Sportcat's Daily Gazette. Live across Australia on Dare Media Group radio stations. News, weather.
And somehow it all makes sense. Sort of. For more information, go to daremediagroup.com.au.
The boss jock has entered the building. You are listening to the Sportcat Show.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. Yeah, the one and the only Sportcat. I am here with you for the next 2 hours on Radio X Country, Radio X Rock and Roll, Dare Talk Radio, and Radio X Goldies, as well as overnight on WZQR, Pine Island, Florida. Thank you for tuning in, allowing us to tickle your ears. I encourage you to come over, join the chat, ask some questions. We always have some great people here. We got Denise. We got Chris. We'll have to talk about that, Chris. So you're going to have to come back. Let's see. NKG is here. And also we've got my wonderful and beautiful assistant who is often grumpy.
The views, opinions, and satirical content expressed on Sportcat's Daily Gazette are those of the host, Glenn Sportcat Jackson, and do not reflect the views of any affiliated networks, sponsors, or platforms hosting the show. This show is intended for entertainment purposes only. Please note, satire and humor, all commentary, especially on news, sports, and entertainment, is presented in a satirical manner. Statements made on this show should not be taken as factual reporting or professional advice.
No, please do not take it as professional advice. So, Chris says he's in the doctor's office. See, Chris, this is where the internet radio comes in. You can just put it in your pocket and have it tuned in on your ear. So there you go. The doc comes in, tell him, wait a minute, I got something important to hear on the Sportcat show.
Listen to something. Hang on. I do that to mine. I do the virtual ones while I'm in the middle of doing a show. It's kind of funny. He's like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. I'm like, yeah, whatever. It is what it is. Hell with it.
Well, how are you?
I'm tired as hell. I have been up for 27 hours.
What the hell is wrong with you?
I don't know.
Every
once in a while I get insomnia and it'll last a day or so and then I'll crash and sleep nice and just happens.
I hope
I'm hurting, so
well, we had to get up and get Ginger going to the vet this morning. She's still there. She's getting a grooming, some trimming, and another good checkup. And I shouldn't say I'm disappointed. The Georgia veterinarians, I've given them a ton of money and asked them to help me figure out why she's always panting. And so I've seen this doc before, but I don't know that she ever really took a good look at that specifically. And I was like, look, I've had her in there for, this before while she's there. I need to check her eyes. She's got eye infections. I don't know how you get eye infections. So that's going to cost a fortune. They're doing blood work, as always. And we found out something that kind of makes me sad and pisses me off at the same time. They have done some tests and found that part of her upper airway is collapsing. It's weak. Geez. And that could be, now remember, she was a rescue. It could be from past trauma from before we had her. I know it wasn't while we've had her. So it pisses me off that people do shit to animals, and she's been suffering with it. There's not a whole lot we can do. We just got to manage it. So
now, are you sure the terrorists didn't get her at some point with a Tonka truck or something?
No, this is like a choking type thing or strangulation.
Oh, that's horrible.
It has to be. It would have to be pretty tight. It could have been a collar, and she was trying to escape. It could have been a strangulation. We don't know. And I wish somehow they could talk to us and make us feel better. Say, hey, look, I'm happy you're here with you. Or my past life, this is what happened. So yeah, I'm kindly pissed off about it. It's going to cost me a fortune, but that's okay. That's what credit cards are for, right?
Yeah, hey, my little one cost $900 just for an X-ray and a couple of pills.
I have no idea how much it'll cost, but we'll see. They're going to run some more tests, make sure she doesn't have Cushing's disease, which I thought we'd done that already, but she said no, I don't see that. So,
well,
and she's getting
do it again.
She's getting fatter. Well, I'm like, it could be my fault, Doc.
She sits on the couch with you and eats Cheetos, for crying out loud.
That could be my fault. I'll take the blame for that one. You can shame me for it, Doc. So,
oh my God.
And the nice thing is, this Doc, I don't know if you remember much of my backstory, but my uncle was a veterinarian here in East Tennessee, and he taught most of the vets in Tennessee at one point in time through the University of Tennessee. And Doc around the corner here is one of his students. And so I feel good about that. When I talked to her today, she's like, aren't you Doc Minot's nephew? I said, yeah, I am. So she said, yeah, I thought so. I said,
maybe you'll get a discount.
Maybe. I'm not fishing for that because they're much more reasonable than the Georgia ones. And I told her that too. I said,
yeah,
it's worth $40-$50 worth of gas to come up here and see you guys. Plus, I feel more comfortable. I mean, I knew this Doc when I was a child, when she was in Doc's office. So, and she's in the later part of her career, so she's teaching now. So it's kind of cool. So, but yeah. So, update on Hellhound stresses me out. All the grandkids
the world today
out at a playground somewhere in Clinton or Oak Ridge. I don't know. They're out there playing with nuclear stuff, and so they'll be back later today. So I'll get to see them again, and I guess that's about it for me. I did my show on the Thin Line Rock Station from noon till 2 today, and so it was a good show. Had some good followers and fans. I hope they followed me over here, and I hope that some of my fans from here follow me over there Tuesdays and Thursdays, noon till 2. So I'm getting more and more disappointed with the news. They're sitting on a big story. They have to be.
I sat there. Look, I waited and waited for this press conference and waited, and automatically right off the bat, it's just started off like bullshit that what?
I think it's all tied to the Easton stuff. So
they didn't even mention that. They were talking about the economy.
Oh no, well that's not so. But yeah, the kidnapping and then the revelation in the files that apparently Trump was a whistleblower. So I don't know. I'm not going to run with much of the Easton files until I start seeing people getting punished, and then I'm all in. But I'm not going to put time and energy into it because I don't believe anyone is going to be held accountable.
I seen a thing this morning going around on Facebook. There was a shitload of judges that were arrested.
I didn't see that. The only well, let's just get into it. How about that? So
let's do something.
Listening to us live, it is 14:10, 2:10 on the East Coast, which means for good buddies in LA, it's 11:10 in the morning. Denver is 12 in Anchorage. It's 10 in the morning, so 9 a.m. in Honolulu. And Chris, we haven't forgot about you. It's 1 o'clock there. So for countries we took over, in Caracas it's 3, and well, Greenland, you're up. Actually, I don't know if Greenland's going to be up before Canada would.
Hell, I was up before any of them. I ain't been to bed yet.
And for our good friends in Australia, I forgot you guys there. Well, I didn't forget you. I'm just slow on the trigger. It is 6:10 in the morning tomorrow. Good Lord, in Sydney and in Perth, it's 3:10 or 3:11 now in the morning. So get up, get moving, keep tuned in, stay right here, locked and loaded on Dare Talk Radio and the Sportcat shows. We'll come up with some good shenanigans. So, well, if you went outside and looked up, we're 39% illuminated. We're headed to the next full moon, the worm moon. So
the worm moon. I don't know why they called it that, but
yeah,
they could have called it something exciting like the dragon moon or something. Oh no, let's just call it the worm moon.
It is currently 14 minutes 13.3 seconds behind. So the sun is. I need to just go ahead and figure out what the next time smear is. So when they're going to open the next portal. So all right, let's see. I haven't looked over this. There's nothing there. What do you want to do today, trivia?
You better find something easy because my brain is not working at all.
Well, all right. We'll do something where we don't have to think too much.
Try to find one that's not that one where you have to move it over. I like the ones with just the question and the multiple answers.
I guess. All right. Well, you want to do music, movies, TV, science, history?
Yeah, we could do some movies. I mean, music. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay. I'm good. Let's go. Pop music. All right, we'll go there. General or 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, 2000s, 10s.
I don't know. 70s.
Okay, we'll go.
I stopped listening to music in the 2000s, so.
Oh well, you should know all the disco songs. So. All right, well, we'll do. How about we do lyrics from 1970? How about that? We'll start there.
Oh,
right. Okay. So, are you familiar with 70s lyrics? Can you recognize songs? All right, so let's go here. If I could make a wish, I think I'd pass. I'm gonna try this song.
I pass. Oh.
If I could make a wish, I think I'd pass. Can't think of anything I need. It's the next part of the songs. You're so vain, the air that I breathe, close to you, our morning has broken. You picked a good one, Brenda. If I could make a wish, I think I'd pass. Can't think of anything I need. Is that You're So Vain?
You're so vain. Yeah.
I'm trying to think of the lyrics in my head. I don't think that's it. Close to you, maybe. I don't. It's probably going to be "Morning Has Broken" because I don't know the lyrics to it.
I don't either.
Now we're just going to go in with "Morning Has Broken." It's probably wrong, and it was. It is the air that I breathe. I should have told me who sung that. So, see the man with the lonely eyes. Take his hand. You'll be surprised. Heartache tonight. Have you ever seen the rain? Forever young, or give a little bit. See the man.
This was harder than I thought. I thought 70s music I'd be able to know. I guess it would help if they would tell us who sang the damn song.
Let's see. Forever Young, maybe? Yeah. I don't know. We'll go with that. No, it was Give a Little Bit. Jesus, we are failing this one.
Dang. Where's Denise?
Yeah, she's over there typing frantically. Don't pick that topic. I keep your picture upon the wall. It hides a nasty stain that's lying there. So don't you ask me to give it back. I don't know you. I know you know it doesn't mean that much to me. What in the hell? Is it Miss You? I'm Not in Love, or Don't Stop? Annie's song. I have no idea. I keep your picture on the wall. It hides a nasty stain that's lying there. So don't you ask me to give it back. I know you know it doesn't mean that much to me.
I'm not in love.
Okay. And you were correct. Whoa, Brenda got one. Her brain's working.
Oh.
All right. Or is that just a lucky guess? Sun is shining in the sky. There ain't no cloud in sight. It stopped raining. Everybody's in a play. And don't you know it's a beautiful new day? Hey, hey, Mr. Blue Sky, Mr. Spaceman, Mr. Tambourine Man, or Mr. Big Stuff. Sun is shining in the sky. There ain't no cloud in sight. It stopped raining. Everybody is in a play, and you don't know how it's a beautiful day. Hey, 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 hey.
Mr. Blue Sky.
Okay, well, we're going with it because I have no clue. KG, where the hell are you? All right, you got that one. Damn. It's not in the way you look at. It's not in the way you look are the things that you say that you'll do. It's not in the way you look are the things that you say that you'll do. You ain't seen nothing yet. Feels like the first time. Hold the line. Or Jane.
You ain't seen nothing yet.
Okay. Nope. Hold the line.
Dang it.
Yeah, well. There's a lady who's sure all that glitters is gold. Killer Queen, Roxanne, Stairway to Heaven, or Sympathy for the Devil. I know this one. Let's see if you do. There's a lady who's sure all that glitters is gold.
Oh, that would be Stairway to Heaven.
Trying to get your one brain cell.
Yeah, come on, one brain cell.
It took me 3 Mountain Dews today.
Oh,
I suppose I could collect my books and get back to school, or steal my daddy's cue and make a living out of playing pool. Maggie May, I'm alive. I will survive. Don't leave me this way. Oh, I know the answer to this one. I even know the artist and the answer. Yeah, I remember playing this back in the 70s on a LP. Yeah.
Well, if
I recall, it had a really weird album cover too.
Well, good. I'm alive. I don't know. Pick one.
Maggie May by Rod
Maggie
Stewart.
May. Okay.
Yep. Okay. Maggie May. Music was my first love, and it will be my last. Music of the future and music of the past. Baker Street, music, Bohemian Rhapsody, or Mr. Blue Sky. No clue for me. Music was my first love, and it will be my last. Music of the future and music of the past. Baker Street, music, Bohemian Rhapsody, or Mr. Blue Sky. Pretty sure it's not Bohemian Rhapsody.
No.
No.
I want to say music.
So which one?
Music.
Yeah, that's what I'm leaning towards. So I don't know. Well, we'll go with it. Hey, between the two of us, we had a correct guess. Every time that I look in the mirror, all these lines on my face getting clear. Is that dream on, all by myself, forever young, lying eyes. Every time I look in the mirror,
I know what song that is, but what?
Face getting clear. I believe it's Dream On. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's Dream On. Dream On, all by myself, lying eyes are forever young. I think it's Dream On.
Yeah.
I think
that's so. In that Dream On is in that song, so it's got to be it. Yeah, there
we go. All right, the final one. A long time ago, I can still remember how that music used to make you smile. Oh, this is an easy one. Is it Year of the Cat, Dust in the Wind? Oh, God, that was a great song. American Pie, or Give Up Your Guns? A long time ago, I can still remember how that music used to make me smile. A long time ago, I can still remember how that music used to make me smile. And the next lyrics go into bye bye.
Yeah, American Pie.
The wind, American Pie. Yep. I'm pretty sure it's American Pie. All right. Well, and we got what, 4 out of 10?
Hey, we got to see again. That's still passing.
Yeah, we got 7 out of 10. I'll take it. So, okay, I'll take it. So, there we go. All right, we'll be done with this for today since your brain refuses to work.
Oh my God! And then we got this guy right here.
Yeah. All right. Well, remember what a definition is. A definition, an example is coffee someone coughed on. So it's a play on words, and it's flatulence.
Wait a minute. Didn't we have this once before?
We had this type of definition. Flatulence. I have no clue.
Flatulence?
I know what flatulence is, but
well, that's what it says.
Click here for the answer. All right. The emergency vehicle that picks you up after being run over by a steamroller.
Oh my God, flatulence. Ambulance, flatulence.
Well, I've worked on one. So.
Chris is really going to
today
slap
by
this guy.
Niche. Whoever fights monsters should see to it that in the process he does not become a monster. Whoever fights monsters should see to it that in the process he does not become a monster. Hey,
yeah.
Maybe our president could use that because. All right. On this day in 1993, pop star Michael Jackson announced that his skin has lightened due to a medical disorder and that he has had very little cosmetic surgery. Yeah, right.
Oh, that was before he had all the surgery, so
yeah.
He wasn't lying.
This day in 1976, Sesame Street frightens children. Today's episode of the children's educational program Sesame Street frightens the children watching it so much that many refuse to watch future episodes, prompting anger and letters from parents. The episode featured Margaret Hamilton reprising her role as the Wicked Witch from the 1939 movie The Wizard of Oz, which her character accidentally drops her broom over Sesame Street and terrorizes the residents while trying to retrieve it.
Well, that thing standing behind her doesn't look very promising either.
Oh, that's Oscar. That's Oscar the Grouch. He was one of my favorites. Lived in a can. Yeah.
Oh, I guess it is.
It's bigger on the inside.
My eyes are horrible. I didn't notice it was Oscar. How stupid.
This day in 1960, the Tonight Show host Jack Parr water closet joke is censored, causing him to walk off the show the following night. Referring to a toilet, even as a water closet, was taboo. He returned a month later. The joke? All right, here we go. See if I get censored. An English lady, while visiting Switzerland, was looking for a room for an extended stay, and she asked the schoolmaster if he could recommend any to her. He took her to several rooms, and when everything was settled, the lady returned to her home to make the final preparations to move. When she arrived home, the thought suddenly occurred to her that she had not seen the WC is the water closet around the place. So she immediately wrote a note to the schoolmaster asking if there were a water closet near the room. The schoolmaster was a very poor student of English, so he asked the parish priest if he could help in the matter. Together they tried to discover the meaning of the letters WC, and the only solution they could come up with was Wayside Chapel. The schoolmaster then wrote the following note to the English lady. Dear Madam, I take great pleasure informing you that the WC is situated 9 miles from the room that you will occupy in the center of a beautiful grove of trees surrounded by lovely grounds. It is capable of holding about 229 people, and it is only open on Sunday and Thursday. As there are great number of people who are expected during these summer months, I would suggest you come early. Although, as a rule, there is plenty of standing room, you will no doubt be glad to hear that a good number of people bring their lunch and make a day of it, while others who can afford to go by car arrive just in time. I would especially recommend that your ladyship go on Thursday when there is a musical accompaniment. It may interest you to know that my daughter was married in the WC, and that is where she met her husband. I can remember the rush there was for seats. There were 10 people to a seat, ordinarily occupied by one. It was wonderful to see the expressions on their faces. The newest attraction is a bell donated by the wealthy resident of the district. It rings every time a person enters. A bazaar is said to be held to provide plush seats for all the people, since they feel it has long felt need. My wife is rather delicate, so she can't attend regularly. I shall be delighted to reserve the best seat for you, if you wish, where you will be seen by everyone. For the children, there is a special time and place so that they will not disturb the elders. Hoping to have been of service to you, I remain sincerely the schoolmaster.
Oh my God.
And that got him booted. How the hell? So says there's a video. Can you hear it? Let's see.
I don't know.
Can you hear the video if I play it? Let's see.
I
You hear
cannot. No. I don't hear it.
You can't hear it?
Nope.
No. All right. Well, I'll probably get a copyright restriction anyhow, so we won't play it. That joke got him kicked off, but we can have Bad Bunny grabbing his crotch and hoes shaking their ass in front of the camera.
Well, those were different times.
Yeah. Can you imagine if Bad Bunny performed and did that today or back then? I mean, I'm not saying that I disagreed with the hoes shaking their ass, but damn. So, World War II Paris peace treaties. This day in 1947, the peace treaties between the Allied powers, the U.S., the Soviet Union, UK, and France, and Germany's allies, Italy, Romania, Hungary, Bulgaria, and Finland, are signed in Paris. So that was the Paris peace treaty. So on this day in 1943, February 10th, duct tape was invented. While working at an ordnance plant during WW2, Vesta Stout, that's a weird name, noticed that the way the ammunition boxes were sealed made them difficult to open quickly, and this could cost soldiers precious time in battle. So he developed a waterproof, tearable cloth tape to solve the problem. Her bosses at the plant were unimpressed, so on February 10th, 1943, she wrote a letter to U.S. President Franklin D. Roosevelt. I suggest we use some strong cloth tape to close seams and to make tabs of the same. It worked fine. I showed it to different government inspectors. They said it was all right, but I could never get them to change the tape. Roosevelt liked the idea and sent it to the War Office production board, who implemented her tape idea. They made a tape using woven fabric known as duck cloth, coated in waterproof plastic with a layer of rubber-based adhesive, and could be torn by hand without the need for scissors. The tape worked great on the ammo boxes, and soon GIs found it was also useful for fixing leaks, repairing equipment, and even closing up wounds on the battlefield. She received Chicago Tribune's War Worker Award for her idea. So it was originally called duct tape because it was made from duck cloth. And it wasn't used for any duct work until many years later. I'll keep it playing in the air too, you know. So,
and now that's what holds me together.
And you know, that's in racing. That's called 200-mile-an-hour tape. So,
oh, jeez.
Yeah, they use it on race cars after they've bumped each other. This day in 1891, the Ouija board patent is granted to Elijah J. Bond of Baltimore. The patent was initially denied because the chief patent officer wanted proof that it worked. As a test, he asked the board to spell out his name, which it did. He then granted the patent. The name Ouija had been determined in 1890 when Bond's sister-in-law, a spiritualist and medium, asked the board what its name was, which the board spelled out Ouija. When asked what the word meant, it responded, "Good luck."
Yeah, of course.
The use of similar talking boards is recorded as far back as AD 1100 in China. They became popular in the United States in the 1860s after the Civil War, when spiritualists used devices to help people contact relatives lost in the war. The scientific community generally believes the Ouija board works via unconscious movements known as ideomotor effect. The effect was described by Michael Faraday in 1853. Many religious groups believe that the Ouija boards are connected to the occult and ban their use. Some believe their use can even result in demonic possession. I know you got experience with that, except for she's not even there anymore. Where the hell did she go? So, yeah. And now they're made by a popular toy company. So, on this day in 1992, Mike Tyson is convicted of rape. Boxer Mike Tyson is convicted of raping beauty contestant Desiree Washington. He was sentenced to 6 years in prison and fined $30,000, but was released in 1995 after her having served less than 3 years of his sentence. During his incarceration, Tyson converted to Islam and took the Muslim name Malik Abdul Aziz. I didn't know that. I didn't know he was Muslim. This day in 1967, the 25th Amendment, the Presidential Succession Act, is ratified, designating the Speaker of the House and the Senate pro tem next in succession to the President after the Vice President. This day in 1962, a captured U-2 pilot by the name of Francis Gary Powers is released by the Soviet Union in exchange for a Soviet spy, Rudolf Abel. Abel had been convicted of spying in the hollow nickel spy case in which he transported microfilm inside a hollowed out nickel. Good Lord, that had to be tiny. In the Civil War, on this day in 1861, the Confederate Navy is established. This day in 1763, the French and Indian War, the Treaty of Paris of 1763 between England, France, Spain is signed, ending the war. Where the heck did you go, woman?
My computer decided to do an update.
Oh, yeah. Mine had to do that this morning, so. Yeah, it was acting squirrely and it had to update. So, you didn't miss much. So, birthdays on today. Mark Spitz, American swimmer. He won 2 gold, 1 silver, and 1 bronze in the 1968 Olympics. 7 gold in the 1972 Olympics. 7 was the most Olympic gold. Oh, good Lord, I can't read. 7 was the most Olympic gold medals ever won by a single athlete in a single Olympiad at a time, but that was broken by Michael Phelps in 2008. He also, Spitz, held the national high school record in every stroke and in every distance. All right, he was born this day in 1950. Roberta Flack. Remember her? She was a Grammy award-winning singer. So, Killing Me Softly with Your Song, 1973, the first time ever I saw your face. 1957, good Lord, that long ago. Lon Chaney Jr. was born this day in 1906. The American horror actor known for his monster characters. He was Wolfman, Frankenstein's monster, and The Mummy. Even a man who is pure in heart and says his prayers by night may become a wolf when the wolfsbane blooms and the autumn moon is bright. So is that the chant you do to become a werewolf, Brenda?
Yeah.
They're real.
It wouldn't hurt so much.
They're real, they say. I don't know. Jimmy Durant, he was an American comedian known for his schnozola. That's Yiddish for big nose, which became his nickname. His trademark line included "Ink a dink a doo" and "Good night, Mrs. Calabash, wherever you are." In 93, I remember seeing him in old classic black and white films.
Yeah.
Laura Dern, born this day in 1967, an American actress from Blue Velvet, Wild at Heart, and Jurassic Park. Peter Allen, born this day in 1944, an Australian Oscar-winning songwriter. He sung Author's Theme and "I Honestly Love You" with Olivia Newton-John. So,
oh boy.
Robert Wagner, American TV actor, takes a thief, switch, and Heart to Heart. He was Jonathan Hart. He was in Austin Powers, and his wife, Natalie Wood, drowned at the age of 43 off the side of the yacht. So, yeah. He was born this day in 1930. He's apparently still alive. Well, no.
I remember that. I still think he did it, but hey.
I think there's a lot of proof he did, but he was Hollywood elite. So Stella Adler, born this day in 1910, an American acting instructor. Her students were Marlon Brando, De Niro, Garland, Elizabeth Taylor, Martin Sheen, Harvey Keitel, Melanie Griffith, Peter Bogdanovich, and Warren Beatty. Good Lord, that's a resume.
Good Lord, that sounded almost like the Epstein files. We have our own.
She died in 92, so probably. Yeah. Dame Judith Anderson, an Australian British Tony Emming winning actress. Cat on a Hot Tin Roof and TV Santa Barbara. Born this day in 1897. Boris Pasternak was born this day in 1890, a Russian actor and writer. Dr. Zavagio, he rejected the Nobel Prize for Literature after his nomination caused criticism from the Communist Party in his expulsion from the Union of Soviet Writers. And President Trump stepped in to take it for him. So, let's see. It's Safer Internet Day. I got this out of order, don't I? Well, we'll just roll with it. It's Safer Internet Day today. Every day has a day, and it's Safer Internet Day.
Yeah, not according to my computer.
All the news that's fit to print day. Well, no, don't go to print to get your news. Come right here to the Sportcat Daily Gazette. So we're much better for you. It's Children's Hospice Day. Oh, Brenda, it's Extraterrestrial Culture Day.
All right.
I did not know that there was a day for that. Feast of St. Paul's Shipwreck Day. International Cribbage Day. Have you ever played cribbage?
No.
I remember. I think we played it in school. I remember it, but I don't know if I ever played it.
I remember all the old folks talking about it, but I've never played. I don't even know what it looks like.
Yeah, it seems like we had them in, I want to say middle school. I don't know. It's National Cream Cheese Brownie Day. Ooh, I could talk Mom into that. She made peanut butter fudge. Brownies. National Flannel Day. Normally, I would be all in on this, but here in East Tennessee, it's presently, it's almost 70 degrees. So no flannel today. National Home Warranty Day. It's National Julio Day. National Umbrella Day. Plimsoll Day. I don't know what the hell that is. Qatar Sports Day. Teddy Day. Hello, Teddy. Valentimus. So I guess that's the Valentismus.
It's my Tism Day.
Yeah, it's observed On a day between the two occasions, which two occasions? Valentismus is celebrated every year on February 10th, a portmanteau, I don't know what the hell that means, of Christmas and Valentine's Day. The day is observed on the day between the two occasions. Valentismus is supposed to be a stress-free day when families and friends get together to celebrate the loved ones.
Okay.
Since it's only a few weeks after Christmas, the festive spirit is still in the air.
Oh, it's not. I don't.
Yeah,
I don't know what kind of family that is, but when you're around your family, that's the most stressful day. Sorry.
There's definitely no feelings of December here in the South at the moment. So, World AEG Day and World Pulses Day, not like beating pulses. It's, how do you describe this, Brenda? Legumes, it's a bean. So it's World Pulses.
It's a bean.
Day. Yeah, also known as legumes. So
whatever
those are. Those are the little teeny tiny beans. Don't you eat them in a salad or something? I don't know.
Not me.
Let's see.
If I want to eat beans, I don't put in my salad. I'll just have chili.
You can put chili in your salad.
Shit.
We've covered all these. Now we're smoking with cheese. We're done with this. 1989, WWF admits wrestling is an exhibition and not a sport. New Jersey court to gain deregulation.
Oh, God.
Right. So
no.
Who knew it wasn't a sport?
What do you mean WWE's not a sport? What do you mean wrestling's not a sport?
Those are fighting words to some people in the South.
I know, right?
In the South, there's that could be fighting words. At Firehouse, you didn't say that. Yeah, that was not accepted in some firehouses. You would get a subtle ass beating. So
that's like saying NASCAR ain't driving. What?
National Have a Brownie Day. Boy, they're pushing the brownies day. Hey, it's National Have a Brownie Day and National Cream Cheese Brownie Day. So I'll have to tell Mom, see what
I have never had cream cheese brownies before.
Mom put it in a recipe with breakfast eggs in the morning. And she's like, "Oh, this is the greatest thing." I'm like, "This is friggin' disgusting."
When we get really old, Glenn, we have no taste buds anymore. We kind of swallow them.
I'm okay
they
with
die.
A little cheddar cheese, maybe a little Velveeta, maybe some Munster. But cream cheese? No, that's sacrilege. So why would you do that? So
I like cream cheese on a bagel.
Yeah, I like it on a bagel with
Ritz crackers,
spices, all the hot sauce. But
celery.
Celery on a bagel?
No, celery, cream cheese on celery, or cream cheese in celery.
What's the point? You're just eating.
My family used to make that. They would take the black olive, crushed black olives, put it in with the cream cheese and stir it all in there and stuff celery with it. It was pretty good. Healthy
Sounds
snack.
Like something my wife's family used to do. I don't like celery and I don't like olives, so I never had it. So. Mom tried to sneak that shit into my peanut butter when I was a kid going to school. I licked it out and threw the celery away. I showed her.
That's good too. I like that. If I need something that's a little sweet, I'll do that.
Today is the 41st day of 2026, the 52nd day of winter. You're just what? A week, 2 weeks ago, we were bitching about how cold and snowy and icy it was. So
I wasn't bitching. I like it.
And today it's 70. So don't worry, it's coming back if you're in the South.
84 here. So
it'll be back. Don't get
it ain't
depressed.
coming back here.
Yeah, I don't know.
Somebody shot our groundhog. I found out. Damn rednecks.
Probably. It's good. I was doing a show for the Thin Line Rock Station, and there was a guy who set a world record during the cold snap in Florida for the most iguanas laid on him as a blanket.
What? Quit messing with those iguanas.
100 iguanas were draped around him as he laid on the cold asphalt.
Somebody call PETA.
Who in the hell comes up with these? I could have set that world record for Christ's sake.
Leave those poor iguanas alone. Can you imagine sitting in your little tree and all of a sudden a cold front comes in and you fall off your tree and you're on somebody's body? What? Leave them alone. Oh my God.
They had to keep replacing him because the guy apparently was sweating and he was warming them up and they either wiggle off or bite him. So
I guess so.
Yeah, Florida Wildlife Commission said that it was okay. They've put out an exemption, and you could hunt them, and you could kill them, and you could eat them.
Oh my God!
Now in South Florida, there are pizzerias and taco stands. I don't know, that are specializing in iguana tacos in iguana pizza. I kid you not. It's a thing apparently in South Florida. So
okay, so Florida's eating iguanas now?
Yes. They're eating iguanas.
I ain't going to Florida. That's gross. They're going to try to slip that in everything. You'd be finding those poor guys in the grocery store in the freezer department till you take them home and thaw them out and they move. They run from you. What? No, that does not work for me. I'm sorry. No.
Well, in some ways it's got to be kind of healthy because all they eat is like the leaves and stuff, right? Bugs and the leaves and
so,
I mean, they don't eat. Yeah, it's not like you're eating a possum, but or
it don't matter. You don't eat those either.
Well, it depends on where you are now. Down in Louisiana.
Oh God, help me. Yeah, they just pick them up off the side of the road after they've been run over a couple times.
I had a fireman that I worked with at the station, and he would hunt them and make possum stew like his family used to make. And he's like, I'm going to bring some of that in. And I'm like, no, please don't.
No, please don't.
Yeah, please don't. I'll pass. Well, Chris is not listening, but spring training has already begun down in Florida. They're getting their protein in by eating the iguana.
Yeah, eating iguanas
during their training.
Oh my God!
The first games will be Friday, February 20th. So we'll check in and see what's going on with that. Spring training's a fun time for players. I really wish I'd went down there.
Let me find out they're eating iguanas. I'm gonna go into the locker room and start kicking all their shit on the floor. Damn iguanas!
I'm gonna bet you that Tampa Bay is.
Oh my God!
All right. Let's real quick. Let me update these. These are live from the wire. All right. Democrats grilled top U.S. immigration officials during House hearings. First hearing after the killing of Renee Good and Alex Pretty. ICE acting director Todd Lyons and Customs Border Commissioner Rodney Scott appeared. So,
I heard a little bit of that. Some of the questions they were asking him, it didn't pertain to even anything. I was like, what is going on here?
Of course, they don't want to ask the obvious answer questions. So then they understand and say he wouldn't answer my questions. So
yeah.
Let's see. In Todd Lyons and Ed Lowe's opening remarks, they defended the immigration agenda, highlighting threats to ICE officers, increased border security under President Trump, and more intensive vetting of legal immigrants. They faced repeated criticism from Democrats, who also called for Homeland Secretary Kristi Noem to resign. They even pressed for details on body cameras and highlighted specific cases with law enforcement. Some Democrats even embraced public calls to abolish ICE. the immigration and customs enforcement agencies. Republicans pointed to the high level of illegal immigration under Democrat former President Joe Biden, and one denouncing the reckless attacks on law enforcement. So we'll cover this story in a bit, but apparently ICE is now cracking down on people who follow them in their cars. So, yeah, and they probably should.
They're all paid to do it.
During the hearing, Lyons denied that his agency was tracking anti-ICE protesters in a database. I can assure you there is no database that is tracking U.S. citizens, he said. So,
yeah. They don't have to track them. They all
recap. Did the ICU nurse Alex Pretty deserve to die?
Oh, he had a damn gun in the back of his pants.
He cannot comment on an ongoing investigation. So
yeah, of course not.
Yeah, well, I mean, that just makes sense. So you can't comment on an investigation that's ongoing. And then, of course, they had to bring the little 5-year-old in that ICE kept safe while his dad ran off and left him in the blizzard. So they had to, so let's see there. A question of our use on pepper spray and gnomes lies. Yeah, okay, so let's just move on. See what other topic we got here today. This is from BBC News Live. Let's see if there's anything here. Well, they're back in the partisan trenches, which means one side hates the other, which, there we go. A hearing was held today about 3,000 of the 13,000 ICE agents having body cameras and about 10 to 20,000 more getting body cameras. Now, remember, they were for it before they were against it. So,
yeah, they were for it, and then where they screwed up, and they're like, "Oh, wait a minute, we can't do this."
Before. Where was that? You were for it before you were against it. Where was that? It was another, I don't want to say scandal, but another thing.
Was it something we did yesterday on that?
No, I'm talking like way back, like Clinton time or something.
Oh.
They were for it before they were against it. Oh, man, I can't remember. All right, well, let's see. This is all about the same thing. Of course, they're holding up the signs and da-da-da-da-da. Everything's still under investigation. They're just finger pointing and tongue wagging. That's all they're doing. I mean, that's all they do. One side yells at the other side. So, and
that's all they're doing.
Trump is apparently spend the week saying that fossil fuels are going to continue to keep prices low. That came out from the press conference today, and so we'll see. Let's see. They also said that they won't confirm if there's going to be a pardon for what's her name, Maxine. So I think that's the only way she's going to talk, is if she gets a pardon. So that's the only way I can see it. Oh, Chris says he is gone. Don't let Andy fire out that test message until I get back. Yeah. All right. Yeah, this is all pretty much the same thing. Let's just get into something else. So the FBI, as we were coming on live here, had released some images of a masked man as they're hunting for the kidnapper or kidnappers of Savannah Guthrie. And this is from a Nest camera, which is similar to a Ring camera. It's a black and white night vision thing. And it looks like this guy is, well, you can't really tell a lot about him. He has a ski mask on and what appears to be a flashlight in his mouth. And you can tell it's night vision by the colors and the dilation of his eyes. It looks like he's got zip ties in his hand, and I can't tell what the hell.
Nesting. That's some of the nesting. How did he know there was a Nest cam? How did he know this?
Like I said, I think it was a professional job.
So, I think that it's somebody that set it up that knew where all these cameras were.
I mean, if they stalked it out, I mean, I don't know. She was taken in the middle of the night from Tucson, Arizona, somewheres on or about January 31st. So She was taken against her will, and obviously she had to have been assisted by several. This is the first breakthrough that they've showed the public. They've just released 2 images, and this image is a zoomed out. He appears to be wearing a gray zip up, I guess you would call that a hoodie, ski mask, black gloves, probably the nitrile type, and he has some type of backpack with reflective material in it. So
they looked like red rubber plastic gloves.
I think they're nitrile gloves, like you use at doctor's office and stuff like that. So can't really tell. He may be Caucasian. It's really hard to tell because the only exposed skin is literally the eyebrows, the eye, and the bridge of the nose. No, not even the bridge of the nose. So really just the eyebrow and around the upper and lower eye. So that's all you can tell. He appears to be Caucasian, and there's only one. He's got zip ties in his hand, and it looks as though with the camera he was trying to either take the camera off or cover it with something in the first image. What the heck is that, though? Zip ties, and
he's got some of the nesting in his hand.
No. I wonder if that's
bushes.
I wonder if that's not like cloth to put in her mouth and tie around her head. Maybe. I don't know. Chris says a professional probably would have spray painted to cover the cam. So seems as though they weren't very prepared and grabbed a plant to cover it. Hey, maybe that is. I said it's zip tie. See that? So, I don't know.
Because I seen a colored photo of this, and it looked like he was walking around with his marijuana plant in his hand or some shit. Some kind of greenage.
Okay. Well, I don't know how I missed a color one because this literally came out right before we came online. So this has been the only images out. So, well, there's a couple others here. Let's play this to see if I don't want any. Okay, so there's video. So, okay, he puts his nitrile glove up to it to cover it. Well, looks like he's just covering it with his hand, and he turns around and he walks off.
Where's he going?
Oh, here you go. Maybe he is picking up.
See, he's picking up, pulling shit out the grass. What is he doing? You see this? You see this? You're gonna look like grass.
Maybe that's a hint.
It's a weed.
Maybe that's a hint. So there you go. I hadn't seen. They must have just released the video before.
I'm cutting down your dandelions.
Yeah. What was he doing? So I don't know. We'll see. So, but you don't see a car in the background there. Let's see. Can you make this bigger? Yeah,
I'm pretty sure he probably walked up the road.
Well, but she needs assistance, so that's an awful far way to drag somebody. Why not just drive up there?
I wonder if there's an alley behind there.
I mean, you see some street lights off in the distance. So,
well, he sure isn't worried about getting caught out there either. He's just kind of standing out there pulling some weeds out.
I think that's a hint. They're the marigold bandits. That's I don't know. So, there you go. There you go. You have my rant on it. I have no idea. So this clean resolution or continuing resolution. Mike Johnson seems to think that he's got a full year bill, but John Thune, who apparently, if I understand correctly, Thune is filling in for McConnell. Is that correct, Brenda?
You know what? I don't know. Why? What's wrong with McConnell now?
Well, he's still in the hospital with I'm using air quotes here, the flu. I'm pretty sure Thune is in charge up on the Senate side. And Thune wants to have a stopgap because he knows that Schumer and Jeffries are going to block everything. So We'll see. So Thune says he's going to move forward. Well, see, this is the thing. We've got the House working to get a full year funding deal, and we have the Senate working to have a stopgap to basically make the thing work for a little while longer, kick the can down the road. They're both working against each other because the Senate's going to have to send it down to the House for approval, and whatever the House sends up, the Senate will have to approve. So it's, why are they working against each other? So seems kind of pointless to me. They should all just, every damn one of them should just get in a room and they should fight it out and make it work.
There you go.
I mean,
don't give them a break. Don't feed them. Don't do anything. They'll come to a conclusion.
No, they show up late, leave early, and get long weekends. So
No.
Yeah, it's they got 4 days. So we'll keep an eye on them. But right now, the Senate is going.
I gotta get my hands on one of those.
So
I need one of those boats.
One of the fishing boats last night. 2 dead, 1 survivor as the U.S. struck a suspected narco boat. They were out merely fishing, went out for a 2-hour tour, and well, then they got
okay, whatever. Look at the motors cut that water. Yeah, they were.
No. They went out for a 2-hour tour. That's all it. Well, So they were traveling along a known route in the Eastern Pacific, and well, they suddenly run into some U.S. drones, and well, that's what kind of happens to you. There was 1 survivor, and the Coast Guard was looking for him. They were dispatched about 2 hours later, and said they'd check the area. So.
Oh, God. Okay.
We're in the middle of the ocean. We got a survivor. We'll call the Coast Guard. Okay. So
get there and see if the sharks eat his ass first.
I had a weird dream last night that I was with friends and we went to Savannah and we went out on some kind of like a boat ride, and the boat had a large sudden, what do they call it, the type of wave that just comes out of nowhere, and it lifted the boat up and threw us over, and we had life jackets on and I could swim, and I remember I'm looking around and there's like fog and I hear voices everywhere and people like crying, screaming, and I'm like, well shit, this ain't fair. I can't see hardly anywhere, but the water was just the prettiest blue, and so I'm like, okay, well, let me listen to the waves. So I was listening to the waves, trying to determine which way the water was moving so that I knew which way to swim, which might get me to shore, or maybe some other people. And it was the strangest damn dream. I swam, and all of a sudden I felt sand under my feet. And I'm like, hey, wait a minute. And I got back to the shore. No idea. If anybody out there is a dream person, just shoot me a message.
Did you wake up with any sand in the bed?
No.
Okay.
I had a strange tingling feeling, but that's another story. So
pee on it. It'll stop it. It was a jellyfish. Just pee on it.
I had a strange tingling feeling, and Mrs. Sportcat was nowhere around. So
God.
Well, there you go. Well, there's no water on the moon. Well, at least that we know of. So, but Elon Musk, he has now decided he's changing his priorities because he believes within the next few years, 10 at the most, he could have a functioning, thriving city that will be self-sustainable and self-growing within the next 10 years. And that is where he is going to put all of his efforts into.
He is doing too much.
He is not actually interested in visiting the moon himself. And he said that he just wanted to basically have a working city there. He said as far as Mars, well, they could have that as well, but it'll probably be nearly a decade. And that his number one goal is to have a city established on Mars in the future. But right now, it turns out that the moon is easier to settle, and they actually have a plan for doing it. So they anticipate that. We'll see, there's one guy up there right now. There's the one soldier up there standing post. So I think it's a Marine. So they got to go up there and help him out and give him maybe.
If I was up there, you know what I'd be doing? I'd be finding little loose moon rocks and dropping them on the earth. just for shits and giggles.
Well, he's asking his
Geronimo!
investors to start coughing up the money. He needs 1.25 trillion with a T dollars, and his investors are ponying up, and they said we're in. So
Elon is just doing too much.
There we go. We're gonna moon now. Remember that the next mission to the moon was supposed to have already taken off, but they've delayed it, and they're saying now it will be before April. I don't know if they meant the beginning or end of April, but they're not technically going to the moon. Well, let's, here we'll show you.
So they're just going to go up there and pee and say, "This is mine."
Yeah. Let's see. And this article come out and said, well, this is just transparency, because they're covering for militarizing lunar ground. And, if you think about it, we're going to plant our flag there and say, this shit's ours. So.
Why not? Venezuela, Greenland, the moon. Fuck it.
Yeah, and then we'll change the name of it to Trump Moon. So,
Tramoon. Tramoon.
It'll be Trump Moon. Yeah, so there you go. They're saying, wow, this article goes deep. To understand present deception, one must confront the past. NASA's origins are rooted in Operation Paperclip, which imported Nazi rocket scientists like Werner von Braun to lead the space program. It is true it never was pure exploration, but the achievement of ballistic missile technology in psychological operations. So, and they still say that the Apollo missions are all shrouded in anomalies and mystery. So,
these people make my non-real teeth hurt. Oh, God.
Well, now maybe if we build a city, they will come and they will bring guns. So there you go.
Ooh, something else for me to shoot down from the moon.
Do you have to check your weapons with NASA before you board the spaceship, like you do TSA, and asking for a friend? So
I don't even think NASA knows what a weapon is.
Oh, they know what a weapon is. They know
they're stupid.
So these are the next astronauts on Artemis 2. They've been in quarantine for quite a ways.
Bye, guys. It was nice knowing you.
3 guys and a gal. They are the next ones. Reed Wiseman, Victor Glover, Christina Bosch, Jeremy Hansen. Those are the ones going next.
Run while you still can.
No, they're on quarantine. They're locked away from each other in a secure area. So
of course they are.
What they're going to do is they're going to launch out, and they're going to slingshot around the Earth, pick up speed, and then use their boosters to push them out to the moon. Well, there will then begin a lunar orbit, and then from there they will return home. So they're not actually going to land on the moon. They're just going to circle around it a few times. So maybe they'll dump their astronaut poop on it. So so now it's going to take them 10 days to do this. So it's only costing the American taxpayers about $2.5 billion. So that's not bad. Not bad at all. So.
God.
4 people, 21 days, they say. So, and actually, it's already exceeded that because they're counting down the time of sterilization. So, they've been in lockdown for a while. So, they hope to have them splash back down, going somewhere around 25,000 miles per hour in the Pacific Ocean. Seems to me that's going to be a pretty big splash. So.
If they've had them quarantined that long, somebody's going to be getting the first moon pregnancy. That's all I'm saying.
I don't think they have them together. So, I mean, they might. I don't know the rules.
Well, they will be when they're in the capsule and they take off.
Well, yeah, when they're up there.
We're going to treat them like little rats and put them each in an individual plastic container.
If you've done any research, NASA has been trying to get a space baby conceived.
Oh my God! Oh my God!
One of their missions.
Stop it.
So,
Stop it.
in the name of science. So,
Oh
I did a thing for the Thin Line Rock Station. There was a scientist recently that wanted to do a research on orgasms, and so he had males and females line up in MRI machines, and they would they would MRI their pubic area when they were achieving Shangri-La. In the name of science.
Oh my God. We can't find anything better to spend our money on.
That seems to me that's not really the kind of porn I want to watch. So.
No, that is retarded is what that is.
Well,
if they don't know, look, if they don't know how it's done,
it shows how each duct and gland works as it's being excreted or accepted. So
we have people that live on the street that are homeless that could use that money instead of a bunch of geeks sitting around in an X-ray room trying to watch people have sex by X-ray.
We don't need that. So
we don't need that.
All right. Well, if you followed the headlines today, you might have seen where Michigan, Canada, and Trump are at a bit of a standoff.
Michigan, Canada, and Trump.
Yeah, there's a bridge.
There's countries there. I mean, there's
there's state in a country. Yes, so
a state in a country and Trump.
And Trump, yeah. There's and don't forget Mark Carney. He's the leader of the government of Canada.
Oh my God.
So apparently they've built a bridge that goes back and forth between the two, and it's ready to be opened. And Trump is saying that he is going to not allow it to be open because he wants discussions on what it's going to do for America. So Carney and him have discussed the bridge, and he explained that Canada paid for the construction of the bridge. It was $4 billion, and that the ownership is shared by the state of Michigan and the government of Canada, that the U.S. didn't pay for any of it. And in the construction, there's Canadian steel, Canadian workers, but also U.S. steels and U.S. workers. And he said it was a great example of cooperation between our countries. The bridge is going to support commerce, tourism, and cross-border travel. So the government of Canada says the conversation went well with Trump. It turned into there was some small issues to work out, which they're going to follow up on. But it seems as though that the bridge will probably be open after Trump gives his thumbs up. So there you go. All he said he wanted was a gold plaque of it, stamped with his picture on it, and call it Trump Bridge, and he wanted a trophy. So they were like, cool, we'll get that done next week. So
it'll be just like how San Diego, you can go into Tijuana, but then you better leave it about the time the sun goes down.
Trump warned the project would not proceed unless Washington's demands were met. He wasn't going to allow the bridge to open. So unless Washington or the U.S. was fully compensated. So I don't know. He wants it named after him, and he wants a gold statue of it, and he wants a trophy. So now I'm making all that up. So
okay.
Well, for today, stay tuned.
Your ideas, man. Stop that.
Yeah. Mexico was, Chris says, Mexico was supposed to pay for the wall, but instead Canada paid for a bridge. Good point, Chris. Good point. Well, the Trump administration has scored a legal win against California. They had the ban of masks on agents. So a federal judge blocked the California law that would have banned federal agents from covering their faces, delivering a legal victory to the administration. U.S. District Judge Christina Snyder ruled the mask ban discriminatory because it exempted state law enforcement officers while targeting federal officers. However, immigrations will still be required to wear clear identification showing their agency, badge number, and name. So basically, they want them uniform. So she said, nope, you're discriminating against the Fed, and you can't do it. So that law has been kicked out. So Good to know. Good to know. So California was the first state to come up with this legislature. So remember, they're trying to come up with this legislature in the House and Senate if they could stop arguing with themselves long enough about stupid shit. So.
Right?
All right. This is a sad story. And I can't help but wonder if some of this isn't because of some of the terminology and hate coming from one side of the aisle. The daughter of a Minnesota GOP gubernatorial candidate, was stabbed to death by, they suspect the husband, and the husband is in custody. 22-year-old daughter of Minnesota GOP governor candidate Jeff Johnson was killed over the weekend in St. Cloud in what's being called a domestic stabbing. St. Cloud police say they responded to the 3100 block of 40 South Avenue for a medical emergency on the 7th at 8:20 p.m. and located one deceased female who received multiple wounds. A 23-year adult male was found alive in the house and transported with life-threatening injuries. The female was identified as Haley Marie Tobler, and the Midwest Medical Examiner's Office determined that her injuries were consistent with multiple stab wounds. The male was identified as 23-year-old Dylan Michael Tobler, Haley's husband. So, the press release stated, based on investigation, it is believed that Dylan's injuries were self-inflicted and that he is the person responsible for Haley's injuries and death. He'll remain in the hospital till he's ready to be placed in custody of the police department. So from there, he'll be transported and booked on charges related to homicide. The Republican Party of Minnesota released a statement saying that Johnson has suspended his campaign as governor as a result of his daughter's death. So, that's pretty sad. But, it's a domestic, but I still can't help but wonder if it's just not because we've seen so many families split up by this stupid division of right versus left, middle versus this, that, So, sad day for him. We send our thoughts to him. Schumer, Jeffries say that the GOP counteroffer for ICE is inadequate as the DHS funding deadline nears. So, Democratic leaders are pressing for major changes to the Trump immigration enforcement tactics. The White House counterproposal failed to meet demands, and they're calling it incomplete and insufficient. I'm sure he was pounding his fist on a little podium there. So, jeez. So, he said that they didn't meet their demands. So, see, this is the thing. And Republicans are going to say, you didn't meet our demands. And we're going to go back and forth, back and forth. Put them all in the room, close the door,
shut the hell up.
Turn off the heat, turn off the air conditioning, and tell them you have 24 hours.
Yeah, figure it out. You got to treat them like a damn classroom full of kindergartners. Give them some paint, some finger paints, and a piece of paper.
Lindsey Graham, one of my favorite rhinos, says, "We're now going on offense." What the hell does that even mean? What you should be doing, Lindsay? You should be taking care of the country, not worrying about we're going on offense. All right, I'm done with him for the day. Let's see here. Ring cameras. Brenda, do you have a Ring camera?
The sun melted my Ring camera.
What? That's not possible.
Last summer. My Ring camera went kaplooey. It fried it.
You got a Temu Ring camera.
No, I didn't. I got an expensive ass Ring cam. And now it is a dead expensive Ring cam.
You should have sent it in for a replacement or something. But if you watch the Super Bowl, Ring and AI are teaming up for surveillance. It's going to be a dragnet of pets. Now, this is what they're saying. Now, if you've followed any of Ring's history, of course, they were created by a guy. Actually, I think it was two guys in a garage. Amazon initially refused to take their idea and make the company. So they did it on their own. Now Amazon's like, hey, wait, we'd like to have that back. And they're like, no, we'll let you sell them. But so Ring is very popular. They have been used by police departments, and a lot of neighborhoods allow the neighborhood app, which basically puts all the cameras in the neighborhood on one little, we'll just call it a map. You can't view them. In other words, I couldn't view my neighbor's Ring camera. They couldn't view mine, but the police could view it. If there was a bad guy driving down the street and they wanted to see my Ring camera footage, they could go to the cloud and see it. So they do that. They're also very pro animals and animal welfare, and they have established and assisted in over 4,000 not rehabs, rescues for animals. And they have also given large sums of money to law enforcement to help train law enforcement dogs and search and rescue dogs. So they're very pro certain things, but this new idea where they're teaming up with AI has got a lot of people worried, because what happens is, if, let's say, your neighbor reports Fido is lost, a small black Chihuahua, and puts it on the neighborhood app, well, all the cameras turn on and start scanning to look for a little black Chihuahua named Fido, and they will help locate. Now, they say that they've been doing this for a while now, and they're on average saving one dog a day, or is it finding one lost pet a day. But a lot of people are freaked out about this. They're saying that, we're just one step away from the government coming in and saying, okay, well, what if we're looking for Bob, an old man who walked out in his red pajamas and knit cap? We're going to have it looking for him. So, I don't know. It could be good. I agree. It could be good, but it's got a lot of people freaked out. Now, you have to, if I understand correctly, I have to wait till I get home because I can't go on my Ring network now. But as I understand it, you have to opt out. You're automatically opted in. So check your settings to make sure if you want to be in or out of the program. Either way, I don't know how I feel about it. My Ring camera, unless I came up on my front porch, I couldn't see anything. You can't see the street from my Ring camera. You can see a little of the front yard. So unless they came up on the couch, front porch, maybe. But I don't know. We'll see. And the one on the back porch isn't even connected to the Ring system. It's just up there. So, yeah. I don't know. Do whatever you want with it. Like they say, you will give up a lot of things in the name of safety. And because I'm telling you, the next thing that's coming, well, we're going to help find elderly people like Brenda that wander off. So.
Yeah.
Okay, Brenda, we talked about this yesterday, and you said that I was wrong. Well, here it is. Republican representatives entered this into the new Save Our Safe Act, whichever one you were following. Says that voter ID should be mandatory and free. That's right. Representative Bryan Steil from Wisconsin said that the federal government should not only mandate voter IDs, but they should also provide these IDs for free.
Yeah.
House Resolution 7296. Go check it out. What's coming next? Your digital ID. It'll be in the top of your hand. You just scan the top of your hand. So.
No thanks.
We're expecting to vote on this under the, Jesus, I hate this, MEGA, Make Elections Great Again Act. So, yeah, look for it. So you'll have to go get a government-issued federal ID. So, and here's the thing. I told you yesterday that I told you this was going to be, that was the next thing they were coming up with. Boom, last night. What did they do? They said, well, heck, we need an ID. Oh, well, let's just add that to the bill. Now they haven't added any of the stipulations. Like, how do you get it? You have to have an American birth certificate that says you were born here in America. That's the only thing they've said. You have to have a blood type, a DNA type. How, what? Because once they legislated and mandated, it's too late. So, yeah, they're going to vote on this probably this week. So keep your eyes and ears open because you may soon be going to your local DMV and getting a chip installed in your eyeball or some shit. So.
Oh, no way. Not happening.
Yes, it'll be a totally separate ID. Wisconsin, his state, is already doing this. They already have an ID to go vote. They have apparently the most stringent of laws up there for voting in Wisconsin. I don't know if that's true or not.
Well, all right. Well,
yeah.
It is what it is. All we can do is say
ID
no and get together and.
Well, but then you won't be able to vote.
Go live in a cave.
Well, then you won't be able to vote if you don't get this ID. So go get this ID. Listen, it won't hurt. They're just going to put a little needle in your eye.
Oh,
feel a little prick. You may hear some, like modem computer type noises in the middle of the night.
That will not be happening. I'm sorry. Nope, not happening. I'm already over it. Nope, not happening.
Walk it off, Brenda. You'll be all right. So.
Yeah. Okay. Whatever.
Chris says I'm skipping this step and just getting my barcode tattooed on my forehead.
Oh, God.
If it's not for our safety, taking our privacy away, it's the pet's safety. So scare people into compliances. Yeah, you're right, Chris. So, yep, you are right.
They've had it. They've been doing it. They've been chipping our animals for how many years now?
Oh, yeah. Ginger's chipped. So, but what bothers me about that is I think she was chipped before we got her, but they didn't have any data on her. So, because I asked about that and they're like, there's no data. I'm like, well, okay.
All they have to do is give you the number to the place and get the number of the chip and re-update it.
No, there's data that goes with it. But at any rate, she'll be ready here in about a half hour or so. All right. Well, you should have seen this one coming. GOP representatives have alleged that the Bad Bunny halftime show was, quote, illegal, and they are asking the FCC to take dramatic actions against the NFL and the NBC.
Why was it illegal? Let's hear that one.
It violated federal broadcast standards and is going to result in major penalties. First off, you can't say the F word, but apparently he used it in Spanish. I don't know what I don't know any Spanish cuss words, but apparently
I only know the bad words.
That was the first thing. Apparently, there was cursing and some sexual innuendos in it. Well, you could tell that by the show. You had hoes bent over with their the JJ sticking in front of the camera.
Okay.
So yeah, but there's also apparently a fair standards thing. They're allowed to do that type of performance if it's that type of network, but this was a broadcast on an American thing. So by the legal standards, they should have had equal airtime to have a performance that all Americans could understand. So they apparently violated federal law with doing this. So the NFL's in trouble. Well, I mean, if you think about it, you go to turn on your TV, and there are channels for Spanish-speaking people.
Yes,
but in America, most of the channels, ABC, NBC, CBS, Fox, are primarily broadcast in English, and you can hit a button. I think it's called SAP, and it will give you get an option to hear that in Spanish.
Right.
There was no option for us to hear it in English, and there was no equal time for a performer that performed in English. So technically, they did violate federal law. Not to mention, apparently they dropped several F-bombs or whatever the word is in Spanish. So, yeah. Yeah. I was against the show because, well, like I said, you couldn't understand the damn thing.
Well, kids watch it too. Kids watch football.
Oh yeah, and kids watch it, and but I mean, let's just be honest. That's in prime time. You're going to have the chicks shaking their ass because it was really. I mean, it was more erotic than the cheerleaders, but let's be honest. You're going to get that on TV. So I'm setting that part aside. Now the cursing. Well, I mean, it's like on FM when we are broadcast on True FM. You and I have to obey the rules, and I can't say fuck. Right. So. When are there, what is it, the 7 deadly words or something like that? You're not allowed to say. But, since we're on internet radio, we can say them. I try not to, but sometimes it just happens. But especially when Brenda gets me riled up. But on a FM broadcast or a stereo or a TV broadcast, because don't forget, Brenda, we've also been broadcast on TV. And we had to be compliant with TV rules and regulations.
Yeah.
And they did take for our broadcast, because we didn't have any simulcast, but they did put closed caption on, and they would have streaming on the TV. You could read what I said, and that could be changed into a foreign language. That was not an option for this halftime performance. So they violated federal law. So they're looking for.
There it is.
I want to be clear. I want to make sure everybody understands. Bad Bunny is an American citizen. Puerto Ricans are American citizens. And they also have to live by TV and radio standards in Puerto Rico. So technically, they violated Puerto Rico law.
Oh, geez.
I mean, so there you go. I don't know. We'll see. They're going to start saying that this is just Trump hunting him down because he didn't like him. I guarantee you that'll be the headlines before the end.
Look at here. The NFL just needs to go back to taking the Clydesdales and having them do a Budweiser cart all around the field during halftime. They just need to do.
How about this? You have a national anthem, and then you flip the coin, and then you play ball for 60 minutes. Best man win or best team win. How about you do that and get out? Don't worry about all this other stupid shit. You're an entertainer, okay?
Well, apparently the football players have to have a little bit of rest in between.
Well, yeah, they do actually, but I mean, and there's rules as far as there's sports regulations as the stuff, but I mean, like for instance, they can't take off their jersey if they're injured and have a T-shirt on that's got dirty words on it. I mean, they even have rules, so let's just forget all this stupid bullshit. And how about we just sing the national anthem? There's only one of them. And then we
play ball
and play ball. It seems pretty simple, but no. We've got to make statements. We got to make a stand. Well,
but see, before
this stand is going to cost you and Bad Bunny a shitload of money.
I remember the halftime shows. They used to be like a band that would go out there of kids, a whole band.
Several bands,
they would play, and the cheerleaders would cheer, and they had the good, wholesome commercials for that, and pretty horses and all this stuff. Now it's like, I haven't watched it in so long since they got rid of all that. I don't really care. I think the best highlight one they had was who was it? Janet Jackson's boob fell out. Oops.
That was with her and Justin Bieber, wasn't it?
Timberlake.
Timberlake, yeah, that's right. No, I think the best ever national anthem was Whitney Houston's. I don't think anybody's topped that. As far as halftime performances, you'll probably disagree with me, but I think Lady Gaga did the best halftime because she did one of her mini concerts. She brought other pop and rock and roll stars in, but she started the damn show off dressed in like a skin tight flight suit and literally jumped off the edge of the stadium. Of course, she was attached to a zip cord, which zipped her all the way down from however many hundreds of feet it was to the stage. and she was singing the whole damn time, and I'm like, I bet just got it going on right there. So
I mean, you've had Prince and Michael Jackson do pretty good halftime stuff.
Oh yeah. And I mean, she could have got seriously injured if something had went wrong, but yeah, I mean, but that was a performance. I mean, and she did. She sang, she danced. I know you don't like her, but she actually plays. I can't stand her politics, but she's an excellent vocalist and musician and songwriter. So, you know, she did the singing, the dancing, the playing the instruments, and she had other accompanying artists, and put on a good show. So, you know, but I mean, other bands have done the same. I'm trying to think, what rock and roll band was it that did? Was it Aerosmith or was it Van Halen? There was one. They did a great one. So, but we're trying to make statements now. Just, you know, just play the goddamn game. Just play the game. Stop trying to worry about, you know, every year outdoing this year we got to have a black lady sing the national anthem, and then we have to have black ladies sing the black national anthem, and then at the end of the game we can only have a black lady present the trophy. Stop this horse shit. Let's just have people that do their jobs. We sing a national anthem, we flip a coin, the cheerleaders cheer, play ball for 60 minutes, best team win, give them out the trophy, you know?
Yeah.
Seems simple, but no, you know, it's got to make it complicated. So, all right. Well.
Oh, my God.
What is this? Was coming out today. Trump told the police chief of Palm Beach, thank goodness you're stopping Epstein. This was apparently during a 2006 investigation. So recently released documents have revealed that the former police chief of Palm Beach, Florida, investigated Jerry Epstein in the mid-2000s, told the FBI that he got a phone call from now President Donald Trump at the time to thank him for investigating the predator. 2006, Trump told them, thank goodness you're stopping him. Everyone has been known he's doing this stuff. And the police chief said in 2019 that was recently made public. So, and apparently this goes back to the fact that he was kicked out of Mar-a-Lago after he discovered that he was taking female employees at the spa. So, but once again, you know, the police chief said this went on. They did an investigation, but nothing happened. So, nothing happened. But the call between Trump and the police chief was recorded. So they have that now. So Trump told him people in New York knew Epstein was disgusting. Trump said Maxwell and Epstein were operatives. She is evil, and to focus on her. The FBI report added that Trump told the police chief he was around Epstein once when teenagers were present, and Trump got the hell out of there. He was one of the very first people to call when people found out they were being investigated. So this goes all the way back to 2006. And, well, what do you know? Still nothing done. So, let's see. I can't wait. I'll have to call him back. So it's the veteran.
Yes, right.
Yeah, well, yeah, you can't hear it vibrating. It's the phone's behind me. We talked about this. ICE is cracking down on people who follow them in cars because of the number of incidents of violence on officers and agents. So now if you follow them in a car, well, guess what? You could be arrested. So the grand jury has indicted a suspect for threatening Vice President J.D. Vance's life. Federal grand jury indicted Shannon Marthra, she's 33, for threatening to kill the vice president in receiving and distributing child pornography. Mather, I guess that's how you say it, is a resident of Ohio, Toledo, and allegedly he told others online that he planned to go and learn where Vance was, and he was going to use his M14 service rifle to kill the VP. So,
oh, nice guy.
Yeah, so now they're putting him in jail. So there you go. Secret Services agents arrested him, and during the processing of the scene, they found child pornography on his computers.
Boy.
So, Here's the deal. I can't help but wonder, because you always hear about, well, they got him for this, but when they investigated, they found pictures of little Jenny naked on his computer. I just sometimes wonder if there's some shit that don't get planted. I don't know. Just throwing it out there. So, this comes to us from Seattle. City officials tell residents to call the cops when they see ICE officers.
Oh boy. What?
Working with Immigrations and Customs Enforcement, city officials in Linwood, Washington, are reaffirming their commitment to inclusivity and transparency by encouraging residents to call 911 on ICE activity. Mayor and chief of police wrote in a letter obtained by the radio talk station 570 KVI that they are steadfast in their belief that community members from across the world are welcome and belong here. For weeks, we have witnessed senseless violence against protesters who are just standing up for the questionable removal of their neighbors at the hands of our federal government. So, if you see them, call 911. 911, what is your emergency? I see a cop out here arresting somebody. Okay, what's your emergency? See a cop out here arresting somebody. Okay, what is the emergency? Does the cop need help? No, he's out here arresting my neighbor. Okay, what's the emergency? Well, they're out here arresting my neighbor. Jesus Christ. See a police officer doing his job. I'm going to call 911.
Oh, for the love of Pete, make it stop.
Police officers, if they make it through the 911 processing center, which will be a miracle because this will be a circular conversation. What's the emergency? The police officer's arresting my neighbor.
Meanwhile, the guy next door is having a damn heart attack and can't get through because the line's busy.
Yeah, the guy across the street is choking on something and can't get through. So. And then they get through, the police are supposed to go out there and tell them, don't do that.
Stupidity surges.
What the actual hell? So, yeah. There you go. All right. This is from ESPN. I'm going to do this every day. So far, the 2026 Winter Olympics, Norway is running away with total medals. So far, there's been 11 presented, of which Norway has 6. They're gold. They have 1 silver, 4 bronze, which makes it 11. Italy, well, they have 2 gold, 2 silver, 7 bronze. Well, the United States were a little far behind. Our athletes rather run their mouths talking about how bad their country is than actually do some competition.
Yeah.
We have 7 medals, 2 gold, 3 silver, 2 bronze, and 1 broken athlete. So there you go.
Oh boy.
We'll see. I wish them good luck. I wish that some of them would shut their damn mouth. I don't know what's on tonight. I think hockey and curling. I think curling is the sport of the day. So I don't think I'll tune it in. So
I used to like hockey too. Hockey was something
well, hockey's not so bad. I just don't understand the rules of hockey. I guess if
especially when they hit a puck really hard and it goes in between the bars on the mask and gets embedded in somebody's face and they lose a tooth. That is awesome shit. I miss that kind of hockey. I really do.
Does that make you wet, Brenda? You sound a little excited about
that. Well, yeah, I like it rough.
Okay, then. TMI, Brenda. TMI.
What is a puck to the face? Come on.
There was the reporter in Washington, D.C., sports reporter that took one to the breasticle, and she had to be rushed to the hospital because it ruptured her fake titty.
Oh my God.
It's a true story. It's a true story. She was doing some kind of interview, and she took a puck right to the tit, and they had to rush her straight to the hospital and surgery.
Well, damn.
I would tell you her name because she's now a porn star, if you ask. So, FEMA was, well, they were doing their job. They weren't looking at porn. The daily operations briefing, the one that was presented to the president, and well, we've got an in, so we jacked one too. Currently, they're not monitoring any significant things, but they are concerned about some heavy snow in the Sierra Nevada in the Northeast. So they're going to be watching that because, well, up in Maine, New Hampshire, and Vermont, you're going to get a lot of that white stuff, that Yankee dander. From there, pretty much down the Northeast, along the coastline, back over to Ohio, you're going to see a mixed bag. Could only get a couple inches there, but up in New England, Vermont, New Hampshire, well, we're measuring it again in feet. So for us, Brenda, here in the South, we just have a chance of some thunderstorms. Now, we need to pay attention, though, because with this warm air and the cold air coming down from up north, somewhere in the South over the next couple of days, there could be some significant weather for storms, like thunder and lightning type storms. So, and then, of course, out on the Midwest, they have to worry about a mixed bag of tricks from Oregon, Idaho, all the way to Wyoming and back down to California and Nevada. So, but they got that target painted on us for the next 72 hours. Somewhere in the South, there's going to be some bad storms over the next couple of days. So stay tuned to NOAA Radio. And, well, if we have time, we'll talk about it. So let's see what the president's schedule is today. Well, they showed up for work at 9. At 1 o'clock, Carolyn was supposed to give her briefing, but they were a little bit late because her and the president were drinking tea or something. Then 4:30, the president is participating in signing time. Dallas signing time. At 5:30, he's going to be having a policy meeting. And tonight at 7, he's going to have a private dinner. So there's no word yet on where him and the first lady where they will be going for their Valentine's Day date. So they haven't released details. So there you go. We do know that Netanyahu will be in the White House tomorrow to ask for more money and bombs.
Oh, God.
Chris says, when I was a kid, we played street hockey and my friend's stick blade wedged into the crack of the curb. He ran crotch first into the top of the stick handle. He rolled on the grass for 20 minutes. Yeah, I can see that.
Oh, damn. Did you get video, Chris?
That was back when they had 8mm film. So, so looking at the forecast, pretty much like we just talked about, heavy snow up in the far northeast, coming a little bit further down, mixed bag of tricks, all the way down to Delmarva, back over to the Kentucky Blue Ridge Mountains, and pretty much all of Wyoming, West Virginia. So tomorrow it looks to be more snow from up in the northeast. So, and then the day after that, more snow from up in the northeast. My son's woodshed collapsed.
Oh, God.
He sent a picture before and after, and once it collapsed, you couldn't really tell where it was. So much snow. I said, how are you going to get wood? And he says, I guess I'm going to have to dig
it out. Dig it out and then dry it out.
I said, how do you drive in this? He's like, we put snow tires on. Okay. Oh, so I've apparently been southernized. So for our friends down in Australia, Sydney, you're right at 22, but it feels like 24. You do have some current weather warnings, so check with them. Melbourne, you also have some weather warnings, but you feel like it's 22. No, I'm sorry, you feel like it's 20, but it's really 22. Brisbane, well, it's right around 23, but it feels much warmer at 27. Perth, well, it feels like 18, but in reality, it's 19. Adelaide, 27. Hobart, 19. Canberra, 16. And Darwin, you're a scorching 27. And it feels like a 33. So, like I said, check with your Bureau of Meteorology because New South Wales, Victoria, Queensland, Western Australia, South Australia, and Tasmania, as well as the Northern Territory, have some meteorology warnings. So check with your Bureau of Meteorology. Here in the U.S., well, what's the first thing we got up here, Brenda? All I did was open it up. And look, what's that? Read that to me.
I can't even see that.
Oh, my God. You can't even see that. That is our test message from Montgomery County, Maryland. Why?
Yeah.
Why? I don't understand. So we know they still exist, I guess.
If Andy ever says he's not sending those test messages, he's a lying, dog-faced pony soldier.
Yeah. There you go, right there. Alaska, well, you have an extreme cold warning.
Again? Still?
Again. Hawaii has been getting battered by some storms. Alaska, you also have an extreme blizzard warning. So there you go. Yeah, Wyoming, winter storm warning for you. So, yeah, it looks like Alaska is getting some severe weather right about now. Colorado, winter storm warning in West Jackson and Grand counties, anywhere above 9,000 feet. So
I think that if I ever lived in Alaska, I'd have to live deep in a cave somewhere.
I've met some people up there, and they say it's really nice. So I need to travel up there. They also in Alaska have a high wind warning. So I can't get KG to go to a damn baseball game. My dad will get him to ride with me to Alaska. So,
well, I'm pretty sure now he's got thoughts of making blankets out of iguanas.
Well, yeah. So come on.
Leave them alone.
Winter storm warning. New England's got a flood watch. Yeah. I just don't. I'm more interested in a iguana taco.
Oh my God!
Being honest, I really want to try an iguana taco now.
Hey, I seen a girl who had her skin tattooed all green, and she had piercings everywhere. She looked like an iguana. There you go, iguana taco. There you have it.
Yeah. Puerto Rico, you have some gale warnings. So Bad Bunny is bringing you some bad weather. So hang on there for
it's all his fault.
Chris says, I wish that film would have been more valuable to me than my phones. Yeah. See, in today's world, they wouldn't call 911. They would take pictures of it. They would video it. Looking on the weather warning map, really all we see is pretty much all that up in New England. There's an air quality alert down for closer to DC. A little rain down in Texas that's extending over to Memphis. We see the winter warnings in Colorado and then up along the Sierra Nevada that we were talking about there. So let's see, what else do we have? Looking around the world there's all kinds of weather warnings and alerts. So let's see here. That's the same thing. Temperatures, where do you think is the coldest right now, Brenda?
Oh, yeah, God only knows.
Oh, wait a minute. Am I in Celsius? No, I can't be in Celsius. This can't be right. Hold on. It's got to be in Fahrenheit. I'm about to say that. I know it ain't that cold.
I mean, it's 71 here, so we're not really the warmest or the coldest. So,
all right. Well, currently it appears that up around in Burlington, Vermont, at 20 degrees is the coldest right now. Looks down in Houston, you're 77. How warm is it down for our buddies down in the Keys? Really, it's only 70 in Key West. Wow, I thought it would have been warmer. 79 in Phoenix. There you go. There's our winner. So Phoenix gets it for 79. So yeah, this cold front's coming down. We're gonna pay for this fake spring. We're gonna pay for it. It's gonna happen. Let's see. There is a tsunami warning active, according to this. Oh, guess where, Brenda? Alaska. So.
Well, that figures.
Move to higher ground immediately. An active tsunami. Is it really? That's okay. Where was the earthquake? That was. Oh, where was the earthquake? All of it. Okay.
Oh my God.
Looks like there's been all kinds of stuff going on up there. Let's see. The most recent one was an hour ago. So it's 3.0, 4.7. Yeah, they've had a cluster of them in Alaska. So I guess that's where the warning is. So the tsunami warning. I don't see any volcanic activity. It's funny. Let me refresh this because this map's not even showing really. Well, they're showing one. I guess that's 12 minutes ago. They had another one, so 4.6. So
wow. Some kind of land grab thing going on out there. This is ridiculous. I have never seen Alaska get bombarded for so long, so much. That's just
of course.
awful.
See here, they say there's no active tsunami warnings, but we just read that there was. So I don't know if I buy this because
he's lying.
Well, no, it refreshed. And well, I mean, they put it up there that I guess there could be a tsunami event. There's a tsunami alert, but not a warning. That's what it is. All right, so there's a tsunami. So is that like when you know snow's coming?
Yeah.
All right, well, we're gonna get out of here. Brenda, you got anything going on?
Not as of right now. I know what's going to be going on after we shut down here. I'm going to bed.
Well, I'm gonna go pick up Miss Ginger from the vet, so I'll do that. So, but let's see. I don't have anything scheduled. I guess we'll be back here tomorrow at 2 to bring goodness and good news and cheer to everyone. Everybody, send Brenda some melatonin or something so that she can get some rest.
I'm going to rub my puppy's belly until we fall asleep. That's what I'm going to do.
Too much information, Brenda. Too much information. Everybody, have a great day. We're going to get out of here. I'm going to go pick up Miss Ginger, and Brenda's going to go to sleep. So we will catch you guys and gal tomorrow. Have a great day, great morning, great evening, whatever it is in your part of the world. If you need anything, reach out to me. If you want to send me a voicemail, speakpipe.com/sportcat. And guess what, Brenda?
Wake up to the chaos on the stream. Sportcat's on the mic with the wild-eyed dream. Brenda by his side, they're spinning the news. Twisted takes, crazy jokes, no bunker, just views. A quiz and history, weather on the scroll from Greenland to the galaxy. They've got every goal. Laugh at fear, let the world do its thing. Sportcats Gazette, it's the chaos we sing. Sportcats Gazette, don't bunker tonight. We're riding the headlines with laughter and light. No prepping for doom, we dance in the fray. Sportcat keeps us laughing through the end of the day. Hey. NASA aborts, politics explode. The daily quiz keeps us in code. Sasquatch, aliens, sports and